Very good evening to you with Sports World. I'm Damien Best. Well, New Zealand pressed their case for victory against the West Indies with a 300-plus first innings lead on day 2 of the first test at Wellington, resuming on 85 for 2 in reply to the Windies' first innings 134. The Black Caps were 447 for 9 at stumps. Colin de Grandhomme led the way with his maiden test century, 105 off just 74 deliveries to give the hosts a lead of 313 runs. Ross Taylor made 93, Henry Nicholls 67, and debutant Tom Blundell is unbeaten on 57. While bowling for the Windies, Kemar Roach took 3 for 73, while there was 2 wickets apiece for Miguel Cummins and Roston Chase. Here are the highlights.
Oh, that's a lovely piece of bowling, a little tick on a little full defence. They've made a breakthrough. Oh man, how about that for placement? And how about that for another Ross Taylor half century? Well played. He waited for it. I think he thought it was coming. He read the mind of Jason Holder, and Henry Nicholls puts it away. And with that, brings up his 50. Close-ish, close-ish, but may well have hit it. May well have hit it.
Okay, Tuck, we've got impact in line, wickets hitting. I'm going to have to ask you to overturn your decision. You're on screen now. Thank you.
Pulled away and taken straight to the man on the second grab. He gets his reward. It is the short ball again. The trend continues. Out, bowled him, caught him on the crease, and Santner's dismissed too.
Oh, it's easy. Yeah, placement superb.
Pulls that one away, and that'll bring up a half century for Colin de Grandhomme. 50 of 44 deliveries.
He finds that gap. He's going to run away to third man. He's going to run a couple. He might get back for 3, and they do. And Colin de Grandhomme brings up his maiden test 100. De Grandhomme straight this time. Has he got enough of it? Doesn't look like he has, and he's gone. This time he didn't have enough power.
Good catch. Really good catch down in the deep. That's good concentration towards the end of the day.
Oh, yeah.
Bowled him, got it through, beaten the inside edge, a little bit of drift. And the stoic forward defence of Wagner is penetrated.
Wagner goes for 3.
Henry, and he gets a little feather through to become the 9th wicket.
4 to Henry. 4-4-2 for 9.
Well, an update for you. Day 3 has already started with New Zealand moments ago progressing to 504 for 9. Well, pacer Kemo Paul has put defending champions Ghana Jaguars in the driver's seat against ICBL Barbados Pride in their 5th round clash of the Digicel WPCL Regional 4-Day Tournament at Providence. Resuming day 3 on 184-4 in reply to Barbados' first innings 294. The Jaguars were eventually all out for 314. Chanapal Hemraj top scored with 79, while Gutukesh Moti made an unbeaten 72 from his overnight 3. For the Pride, off spinner Ashley Nurse took 3 for 33, and left-arm spinner Jomal Warwick in 3 for 91. Well, batting a second time, Barbados are 126 for 7, a lead of 106 with Paul taking 4 for 38. Anthony Allen made 32, while Jonathan Carter is unbeaten on 14, and Mario Rampasad on 1. So scores in that match, well, scores in the other matches at Warner Park, TNT Red Force won by an innings and 16 runs against Leeward Hurricanes. Scores Hurricanes 207 and 137, Red Force 360. At Sabina Park, Windward Volcanoes 200 and 159 for 6, Jamaica Scorpions 352. Well, Australia have the upper hand against England after day 1 of the day-night Ashes test at Adelaide Oval. Sent into bat, the Aussies reached 209 for 4 with Usman Khawaja hitting 53, David Warner 47 and captain Stephen Smith 40. Let's watch.
England won the toss and elected to bowl with a heavy cloud cover over Adelaide Oval before David Warner got the second test underway.
He goes whack. Dave Warner, and that will probably be the first boundary. Not quite out of the middle, but it'll do.
The tensions were high, with a rain delay cooling things down. But things lifted just after the break, after this mix-up gave England their first wicket.
Mix-up. Can he hit him? He does. Oh, no.
Oh, that's out of control, but it's safe. 3 bounces and into the rope.
As Khawaja combated Moeen Ali.
Beautiful shot, beautiful shot.
Chris Wokes claimed Warner.
Edge. Finally something for England.
Though it was the skipper's bat that had the sharpest effect.
A little bit of salt into the injuries there.
Then reached 50.
And then gets back on the back foot quickly and slashes away. 4. It's 50 to Khawaja.
Before his battle was lost just after the dinner break.
Straight after the break!
Debutant Craig Overton dealing the most telling blow. Smith gone for 40.
The big prize for the new boy on debut. Remember the name, Craig Overton.
Peter Hanscom and Sean Marsh battled with the night conditions.
Big short one. That's not the ball for Sean Marsh. They've had him battling in other areas.
Meantime, Virat Kohli completed his third 100 in as many games and passed 5,000 test runs as India dominated day 1 of the third and final test against Sri Lanka in Delhi. Winning the toss and batting, India closed on 371 for 4, with Kohli unbeaten on 156 after he put on 283 with opening batsman Murli Vijay, who slammed 155. While a Jesse Lingard double and saves from goalkeeper David De Gea inspired Manchester United to a 3-1 win at Arsenal in the Premier League today, despite Paul Pogba's second-half red card. Jose Mourinho's men are now just 5 points behind their local rival City, who face West Ham tomorrow. Back at home, though, former West Indies all-rounder Ryan Hines slammed 105 to give UWE a healthy first innings lead over St. Catherine on the second day of the final series of matches in the BCA First Division. Scores at the 3Ws Oval: St. Catherine 105 for 9 declared, with Larry Joseph taking 6 for 57. UWE 210 for 8, with Hines scoring 105 and spinner Derek Bishop taking 4 for 61. In the other games, at Trent's Maple 85 and 62 for 3, Pickwick all out for 55, with Corey Cullimore taking 6 for 25. At Cane Gardens, Spartan 164, Shamar Prescott 5 for 51, Barbados Youth 62 and 18 for 3, Chem Holder 5 for 15 and Rico Webb 5 for 28. At SJPP, Empire 188, Wildy 147 for 4, and at Paragon, Wanderers 106 and 25 for 2, with Jamil Stewart bagging 5 for 36, including a hat-trick. The BDF 11 for 8. And just before we go, this one, Run Barbados 10K glory is in the hands of a Frenchman and a Canadian, while it was a St. Lucian male and local lady to claim the 5K. Both races started and finished on Bay Street today. CBC's Anne-Marie Burke was there.
It was 4 p.m. on the dot that just over 800 runners set out to conquer the 5K run. And it was all over in 14 minutes 39.60 seconds when Michael James ran across the line looking like it was a walk in the park the St. Lucian had conquered. Second was Barbados' own Shamel Maynard in 15 minutes 31.30 seconds. And third, another Bajan, Keon Joseph, 15 minutes 41.60 seconds. While the first lady home was our very own Sade Seeley, her time 18 minutes 11.20 seconds. Now to the big one, the 10K, and it was pace like fire from the first kilometer and surging ahead with a hot pace with the Barbadian Jerome Blackett, but he had a strong chase pack behind him. And by Lower Bay Street the gap was closed as Blackett would soon be left in the dust. Over the swing bridge, and it was now Barbadian Jason Wilson in charge, over his shoulder Francis Jean Haberima. And it was on Harbour Road that the Frenchman really made his move. On to Spring Garden, and he put length between himself and the field. And by the time it was in the heat of Bridgetown, he was on a hotter pace. He even ran past our vehicle. Back to Bay Street, and the pace was turned way up. As Hamerima, he went home to finish in a time of 32 minutes 59.10 seconds. Local glory for Barbados as Jason Wilson was second, 34 minutes 11.90 seconds, and the first woman home. Last year's second place Natasha Wodak of Canada, her time 35 minutes 01.10 seconds. Anne-Marie Burke, CBC Sports.
Thanks, Anne-Marie. Well, the marathon on tomorrow. Coming up next on sports, or rather on the evening news, is weather.